Hello YouTube, Retro Prime here. I'm going to do the Transformers Tag Challenge. It's a thing a guy posted on the TFYTC like a month ago or something. It was a set of questions just to sort of spur conversation and interaction and stuff. All about your Transformers collection and your collecting habits and stuff. And then people were doing video responses. And then people were tagging friends in said video responses so they could do it as well. And I'm always up for interaction and video responses. They're a thing of the past now, I think. But I love doing them. And so I was tagged by Mr. Xortrider, Rich. And he tags me and Borders Dude. So Borders Dude's got his out. So I better get my finger and do mine. So 15 questions, all about Transformer collecting. Here we go. Right. This is going to be an obvious answer for anyone who knows me. My favourite Transformer in my collection is Power Master Optimus Prime. Encapsulates, represents and embodies my great childhood and where my love of Transformers started. So yeah, it's him. When I ordered this Transformer, it was the first time I'd spent anywhere near this amount on a Transformer, and it's I've rarely spent it since. Made my arsehole tweak as I pressed the order button from Kapow. It is Devastator. Combined with Devastator is the most expensive toy I've ever bought. I've never actually counted. I used to count when I first started collecting, and then when I got to like 300 I stopped. I'd guess around about the 500 mark. Not including like little figures that don't transform, like little models and like things like that, blind bag guys and stuff. I'd say it has to be around about the 500 mark. Now, of course, best and worst is a sort of subjective opinion sort of based situation, so and not including things like one-steppers and triple-steppers and stuff, you know, the things that are made for kids. My worst Transformer by far, and the one that I've just regretted buying the most, is Combiner Wars Wheeljack. Great head sculpt, hello, but just a fucking rubbish toy, crap use of a remold, no paint, crap joints, bits were falling off, he doesn't transform, and yeah, so all the toys I hate the most, look, there's bits falling off and everything. It's this cunt. I think anyone who's answered this question will give roughly the same answer as I'm about to. Best place to buy is online, places like eBay obviously for older toys and people selling on stuff on the cheap. Kapow Toys, where I bought all my Masterpiece figures and my Devastator. ID Toys, that kind of thing. There are plenty of online sellers who give good bargains, good prices, good quality and good service. The worst place for me is, because I live in fucking Scotland, is locally. None of the shops here, they close Toys R Us. I've got an Entertainer an hour away from me, I've got a Smith's half an hour away from me, and then all the supermarkets death sell fuck all these days. So just going to sort of find one in the wild is pretty much near impossible. There is that enigma of B&M, which is that sort of cheap shop that seems to be getting in really good bargains, like the movie Leader figures for like 12 quid and stuff. So I check there quite a lot, but other than that, just there's no point in going out to the shops to look for anything because you're never going to bloody find it. Bastards. Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Simple as that. Eesh. Right, this is the moment when everyone's suspicions that I have zero information and zero knowledge of Transformers, collecting and robots and, you know, mythos and history and stuff is confirmed, because I'm likely to suggest a figure here that already exists, because I don't know. Like I said, I love collecting Transformers for the robots, not really the history and like I said, from between G1 to Transformers Prime I kind of missed all that out, so there's a lot that I don't know about. But a figure I'd love to see is a really high quality Quintesson. Does it exist? If it does, let me know. I don't know. Maybe reveal the shield Optimus Prime? Now, this is a bit of a loaded question for me, because it says, do you prefer official or third-party Transformers? To me, third-party are not Transformers. Transformers is a brand, and if they're not made by the official company, then they're not Transformers. They're just transforming robots, and there's a difference. But that's just me being picky. No, I prefer official, just because I do. Not that I've got anything against third-party. They're awesome. They're beautiful, they're imaginative, they're high quality and all that, but I just prefer original, to be honest. Favourite third-party company? Like I said, I'm not really into third-party, so I don't have one. I bought Bad Cube's Sun Surge, and I love him, and so for that reason I'll just say Bad Cube. I don't even care if they're a good company compared to the rest of them, though, so waffle over. Oh no, the dreaded KO question. By the way, that was 2 questions, that last one. Not that I'm one for semantics, like I said. When it comes to KOs, it's not something I want. I would rather have the real thing. because even the highest quality KO, it's still a KO. It's tarred with a knockoff brush. It's like, your whole collection's standing, you've paid for it, it's pride of place, it's Transformers, it's amazing. And then you've got this one that fits in perfectly, but you just know it isn't the real thing. Maybe it's just me, but I can't get past that. I've got one, it's Masterpiece Pearl, it sits with the rest of the Masterpiece figures, and I just look at it and go, it's a fake! But other than that, if you want to buy KOs and that's what you buy and that's what you love, then fair play. I'm not going to finger wag at anyone, and I'm not going to judge anyone for it, because at the end of the day, life's too short, it's full of shit, and if you're going to get your fun any way you can, as long as you don't hurt anybody or yourself, then go for it. I don't care. What I will say is the one thing that pissed me off with KOs is there all of a sudden became this really strong sort of thing in the sort of Transformers community. There's like a culture of going for the KO first, like, oh, I see they're releasing a Masterpiece, blah blah, I can't wait till they KO it, and all this kind of stuff. And that felt fundamentally wrong, especially when we claim to be fans of these things, that we're going to plumb for the things that take the most food from their table. That's just me again, that's my opinion. I just think, if you're going to be a Transformers collector, collect Transformers and no fucking rip-off toys for China and stuff, I don't really have a favourite character. I have favourite characters in certain iterations. Like in Transformers Prime it was Wheeljack. In G1 it was Ironhide. In the movies that I've seen it's Bumblebee. I don't know why, I just like Bumblebee. Other than that, I don't really have one favourite character. The bot I collect the most is Optimus Prime. I've got a full display with about 30 or 40 Optimus Primes in it. Other than that, I just buy whatever toys take my fancy. So, gun to my head, I'd have to say Optimus Prime. But God, I do like a bit of Ironhide actually. Where my collecting started, how it started and why it started is mostly down to Transformers Prime. It was on TV and I started watching it, and it was just like seeing the characters that are new and recognised in a way that, and the animation stuff's really cool. It just kind of spurred me on again. So my favourite series for that, and because it's good as well, is Transformers Prime. Which do I prefer, Hasbro or Takara? I only have one Takara figure as far as I'm aware, and it's RC. But from seeing online and other people's opinions, it's quite clear that Takara made an effort into their colour schemes and their sort of character, their fan service and stuff. So, as much as I'd love, there's plenty of figures on my shelf that I wish I had the Takara version of, but I don't. My Masterpiece are Takara, I never thought about that. But you know, I'm talking about the main lines and stuff. Yeah, Takara. The only thing I hate talking about than KOs is fucking Michael Bay. The films, I've seen the first one and the second one and the third one, I think. How many is there? Like 5 or something? I've never seen the last one. I've seen clips of it on YouTube and it was so cringe-worthy, my balls shot up into my body. Okay, the first one brought Transformers back at the public eye, and it does do a lot of things well, but they're by no means great films, and they get worse as they go on. Bad directing, bad script writing, bad visuals. A lot of people say, oh, Transformers looks amazing. It doesn't. While the special effects themselves aren't terrible, the robots feel weird and floaty. Their faces move, and I know the robots, but in a really inorganic way. It's really hard to describe, but the visuals and the aesthetics of the Transformers is horrible, and it's very, very apparent when you're watching the film that the humans and the robots aren't there together. And it just looks awful. They change aspect ratios, they change actual film types. Scenes just didn't make sense. Things didn't make sense. The product placement is the worst I've ever seen in a fucking film. Oh my god, they're so shit. What bothers me is, now, do Transformer fans like it because it's Transformers, or do they just have that low standards? The films are fucking shocking, and people are like, I remember seeing a comment, oh, I'm going to see like, what was it? The Last Night, it was pretty terrible, but I'm going to see it again tonight to give it another chance. Are Transformer fans that fucking desperate for Transformer films that they will literally sit and pay time and time again for something that bad just because it's got Transformers in it? Come on, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't care. There's no good argument for these films. They're just fucking shocking. What's it called? Shia LaBeouf was fucking annoying. Mark Wahlberg's even worse. They have kids in it, baby Dinobots. Oh, you know what? Fuck you, Michael Bay. Take Transformers out and they're shit. They're just shit. They're shit. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. Is Hot Rod responsible for Optimus' death in the 86 movie? No! Optimus should have taken care of Megatron long before that. But he didn't. He let him away with loads of shite that he shouldn't have. So for that reason and that reason alone, the only person that's responsible for Optimus' death in that film is Optimus. Heesh.